Hello everyone and welcome back to another ISG podcast. We've actually made it back to a second one. We did not get cancelled. We have survived to see another day and I'm very excited by it. If you are watching this and you're not just listening to our very soft, gentle sounding mellow voices, you may notice that the ensemble is pretty similar but a little different. We've got once again Yogamoanyo.
Hello.
We have the psychic Gaymer.
G'day.
And this time we've replaced Hanley with a tag team partner. We've got Sam.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Oh, our pleasure. I will just full disclosure, Yoga and Mickey, I did try and replace you, but everyone was busy.
That's awkward.
That's respectable.
That's fair. Yeah, I get
I'm okay with it.
Totally
I'm okay with
understand.
it.
Totally
No one was
understand.
free.
She wanted to have an American themed one this
I
time.
did, and
plus
all the
her.
Americans are busy.
North America.
I know, and then I was like messaging people. I'm like, who else can I get in? And then Tooney was like, I'm keen, and I'm like, it will be 8:30 your time, and he's like, I'll wake up for it and I'll just join. And out of pure fear of him joining halfway through, I have shortened the amount of people that can fit in this call because I am scared. I am scared that he will just vomit.
I was
believe
talking to
that.
him. I was talking to him last night, it was like 2 a.m. this morning, and he was like, "Yeah, no, I'm so keen. It'll be awesome. It'll be great. But like, I got to leave to teach and work like an hour later." I'm like, I don't think it'll last as long as the last one. You could just like dip halfway through if you need to. Just be there.
No, you know what I'm like when videos disappear. I would lose my mind if
Oh, yeah,
he
true.
disappears. Oh,
Yeah.
She goes. It's the way she edits.
just
be
the way.
perfect.
Yeah.
Having
it
heard that wrath before.
It just makes life easy. It just makes life easy. But everyone, I guess, knows how we feel with our tag team experience if they did actually listen to the last podcast, which I hope you did. But
Oh, yeah.
If you didn't watch it, then come back.
Sam, it was your pause right now. No, Sam, it was your first tag team tour. It was your first like anything in.
Yeah,
ISGP,
oh yeah,
wasn't it?
absolutely.
How'd you find
It was. It was really good. I had a lot of fun. Definitely realized where my skill level's at, which I thought was fun. But yeah, no, I had a blast. It was good meeting everybody, finally being on calls and stuff. Like, yeah, I had a blast. It was a lot of fun.
And it must have been really hard having to carry Hanley as well. That would have been
Yeah, right.
I'm kidding.
Just
Hanley
because
knows
you
I love
replaced
her.
just because you replaced her with her partner, doesn't mean you can shit talk her.
No,
Hanley
I
knows
was
I love her.
never.
It's fine.
Jesus.
No, honestly, she was an amazing partner. We're gonna hopefully race again next time this happens. So I'm looking forward to it.
I know. I feel like tag team things actually kind of come around relatively often. But if you think about it, wasn't there like 2 years in between this tag team tournament and the last tag team tournament? Yoga?
I have
So
no
yeah,
idea.
something like that.
No idea.
It was a couple of years at least.
Probably. If I had to guess, it was probably after ISGP won.
I think so. I think there is
It's been a while.
a mild theme to these.
Yeah, it could have been 2-3 years, somewhere around there.
Yeah, so that was good. I enjoyed tag team. I'm sad that it's reaching its natural conclusion, but we have just finished the semi-finals, so that's luckily given us something to talk about in this podcast, given me an excuse to keep it going.
She's been really keen on doing it, like on starting it for a while. She's like, semifinals done. I want to do the next podcast.
And Crystal Fisher's like, you literally have nothing to talk about, and I'm like, I don't care. I get to hang out with my friends. Like,
You gotta keep updated.
I know, I gotta keep the viewers coming back. If I disappear, they won't watch again. No, we're back, luckily. Will we make it number 3?
Of course we will.
Here's hoping.
Yes.
Of course we will.
But yes, we just finished semi-finals. We had technically 3 races. 2 of them have been uploaded. There has been an unfortunate void of 1 race. That one is the Mega Monkey Minds.
Sorry.
It's just
Sorry.
Yes, Plesbo. No, Plesbo's Deluxo. Plesbo's
No,
Deluxo,
that's
that
wrong.
one.
Yes.
the one with the lesbians. It's
as I have been stated, I am not allowed to talk about this race.
Anyway, that race didn't happen. Moving on.
Oh my
Sorry,
god.
we tried to get it done. It didn't work out. That's all we could say.
Yes, the
Sorry, it didn't
politically
happen.
correct version is the timing. The stars did not aline. The stars did not align for that race to take place.
Unfortunately
Some
not.
attempts were made. It did not happen. Spose Deluxo were awarded the win. They were on their way through. So, can't wait for them to bloody be tag team champions again.
Honestly, though,
But
that'd be great if they were.
You know what happens if they become tag team champions again? Punching Squirrels need to defeat them again.
Oh, you're right! Come on, Plesbos Deluxe, please.
Maybe this is what we need to start it again. Also, just out of corner of my eye, I just got a message from Tooney.
Yes.
Probably being like, let me in. But yeah, we got that happened. Well, didn't happen, but it happened technically. We then have the other races. We've got skateboards and soda versus the Crash Blasters. That one was a good one. I'm not gonna lie, full disclaimer, haven't finished it yet. But I can imagine it would have been a good one. Because that was one of those ones where it was like, no, I knew it was going to be good because the day before I was in the call with Muddy and like Yoga and all of that, and they were doing the mathematics to figure out what actually equated to what because they were playing a type version.
That was fucking not fun joining that one. Just Muddy had literally 8 or 9 calculator apps.
No, it was Eric. It was G4.
Oh, it was Eric that had them.
He had like 9 calculators out, and that night we were trying to figure it out. He's like, Eric stood up like an extra hour and a half because we were so curious on how the percentages worked in the prototype because the race was all about percentages. It was all about adding percentages for the games, and then Spyro 3 they figured it out within like 15 minutes maybe, but we were like spending like an hour or so just trying to figure out how it worked. It was crazy. It's ridiculous.
Doing the important research here for for future races.
Yeah,
I love that.
It was definitely one of those calls that you did where you were like, okay, cool, I'm just going to have fun with my friends, and then they start talking about math.
Yeah, pretty much. Everybody who kept joining, I was like, all right, you guys have to know full disclosure. We're trying to figure out some math here, some percentages.
I was
working on it.
I was like, yes.
But yeah, so they ended up working it out, which was long and grueling, and then they figured it out. But that one was quite a good race, but because I haven't finished it, Yoga, who won?
It was the Crash Blasters. Who won that one.
Nice. Okay.
Yes.
Makes for a very
it was a decent win actually too. Like it was decently sizable, but it was close, but not like super close. Like anyone could win, which is interesting because I know Skater and Muddy, who were both doing Spyro, won in that race. They were practicing together and doing like fake races or just friendly fun races, whatever you want to call them. I know I said fake, but like before it happened, like the night before. So they were just
one team practicing the crap out of it to win, you've got Muddy versus his competitor Skater.
Yeah, they were literally racing. They were practice racing each other. It was awesome.
Like not once. Like I think they did it 2 or 3 times.
They did
like 4 races or something, and it was a timed one. I think it was timed like 45 minutes. So they just kept doing it over and over again.
I remember being in that call, and it got to a point where I think I watched them race for the 3rd time, and I legitimately fucked up and thought they were a team. I'm like, oh yeah, that's fair that you would, you'd want to practice, and they're like, oh, they're on opposite sides.
Yeah, no,
they're just
doing fun little races. It was cool though. They were very. If I remember correctly too, like they had very close percentages on their end.
You want to hope Sophie practiced 3 times.
Yeah, and it's funny because Muddy got like 5 hours of sleep or something because he stood up extra time. Wally did like a random run because he was like, all right, I'm staying up another 45 minutes. So he got like less sleep. But apparently in the actual run itself, he got like his best percentage yet. I think it was like 49%. So that was
Very
pretty
nice.
cool. But yeah, it was a fun run to watch, and I guess it was a lot of fun coming from someone like me who got to watch two people practice that were practicing together, and then you see the final outcome. I wanted to watch it live, but my sleep schedule was totally screwed at the time, so that didn't happen.
Who would have thought?
Imagine.
Honestly.
It was so funny being in that practice call because you had Eric and Muddy, and they were just practicing their hearts out. The tag team, they're getting ready, and then Eric went to bed, and then you had Skater come in, and by that time Muddy had pretty much kind of like all of the math worked out. And
that's like, when we figured out the math.
but then it was like Muddy just like all this math, and he was like, just full disclosure, Skater, this is exactly the numerical value of everything. And he was like, what? And Skater was like, because it's just so much math to take in. It was like,
well,
one
actually
jet
did
is this,
change
and
their
one
routes.
egg is this. And he's like, okay.
Weirdest part was, if you're curious, eggs were like 1.66 or 1.83% in the completion charts. So it gets really weird.
I dropped out of math. I couldn't even tell you how you got those calculations.
It was all on a whim in brute forcing literally everything to figure out what we did every option.
Classic. And then, so we had that, and then we had the next one, which was Vita Cheetahs versus Paisani della Gaia, or as Mickey said to me today, Paisani della
Oh, Jesus. How
you bitch!
It made me laugh so much.
Fuck you, Amelia. I hear that bus backing up over me.
I've said it numerous times, but something about seeing it in writing really it was just the cherry on top. Paisani della fuck off. I would have gone, like, because everyone was like golden fox, I would have gone Paisani della fox. Short, sharp, shiny.
Also very good.
It's like because the Golden Lovers got kicked out by them, it's like, oh, well, we got to move on that title to them now. They're Paisani della fuck offs.
I mean,
it's like a transferable meme.
Yeah.
That'll be them now that Crystal Fishers join them. Paisani della fuck offs.
There you go.
Got to keep with tradition.
Honestly, but more on that going forward. But yes, we've now love me a segue. Yeah, if you've made it this far, we've got some tea to spill towards the end, so make sure you keep watching. Maybe even we'll get joined by Tooney if he hurries up. Who knows? I'll sneak sneak him into the podcast.
Nice. Hopefully, that'd be great.
We won't.
Yeah, probably not.
But yes, another good run we had by the Vita Cheetahs and the Paisani della Gaia. Unfortunately, given the fact that Paisani della Gaia are the current tag team champions, that they were kicked out of the tag team tournament.
They still have the title, though.
They do have the title because they were smart enough to not do a Golden Lovers and put it on the line.
Put it on the line, yeah.
When they...
If I remember, I think Al specifically said, he was like, I know we're going to lose, and I'm not stupid enough to put it on the line. So, yeah, he just didn't.
They've got cheetah in their name. Like,
that's what I keep saying.
Right.
I'm like, why do you think they haven't lost a single race? It's because they got cheaters in the name. They're cheaters.
Classic. Sam, are you surprised by who has made it this far? Is this kind of like, if you looked at the Block A, Block B, is this kind of the outcome you expected, or did you expect any surprise?
Pretty much, yeah. If I'm being honest, I thought Golden Lovers might squeak out over Paisani della Gaia, but it could have gone either way, right? Like, it was one of those things.
Like most people were like that.
I know.
Yeah.
I think it's not a surprising, like, it got a bit surprising towards, like, the semi-finals, because I didn't know what was going to happen with Skateboard and Soda. And I think going against Crash Blasters, that kind of, like, unfortunate, like, brought their unfortunate demise. But I think if you went, like, Skateboards and Sodas versus, like, Mega Monkeys or something like that, then it might have been, like,
that would be,
who knows? Like,
It would have been
That'd
interesting.
be a really interesting race. I'd like to see that.
I feel like everyone who was in first place and third place respectively kind of got screwed over because the first place teams were just too dominant. That the third place teams, which, mind you, both third place teams like barely got in to their spot. So it's like they got really unlucky. Unfortunately, I feel like the only match that would have been even would have been the Mega Monkey Minds versus Plasmos Deluxo, but it didn't happen. So we don't even get like anyone could go through. It could have been either team, but no, it never even happened.
Who knows? Maybe we'll have to get an exhibition tag team just to see.
That could be fun if we could work something out, just to see what it would be like, what kind of hypothetical it could have been.
I'd love to see that. Yeah,
that'd be sick to watch.
Ends in an overtime disqualification.
It's just like Super Gex League all over again. Like Go bunch of squirrels.
So that does bring us to our upcoming grand final. It has not happened yet. I think it's meant to happen. It's currently, for me at least, Saturday at 10:45 a.m. So I think it's meant to happen sometime this weekend. I don't know the exact.
Tomorrow, I want to say.
Possibly.
I don't know if it's for your time or our time. I think it's just Sunday.
Who the freaking
sometime on Sunday, I think.
But I do think it's very exciting that it is basically 2 B blocks and 1 A block. So I don't want to say that B block was the best, but as
I guess they're
just here, we were the best. I'll just start beef because I have no one to defend me. It's fine.
I was gonna say you're kind of outnumbered here.
I am outnumbered, but when you've got 3 teams and 2 of them are B block and 1's A, you really can't fight me on these numbers. This is the only math I know. I may be overrun in here, but we are superior in the grand final. And then unless anything does change, I believe it's some sort of crystal maze, which should be exciting.
Yeah, I think they were going a little back and forth. They wanted to do Crystal Maze, and I think they were going to change it, and I think they've gone back to Crystal Maze. I'm not sure if that's the actual goal now. I think it is, though.
Yeah, I think Crystal Maze is what is wanted by the runners, but it's question marked by the host because of the amount of editing that would be required.
When do they ever get a final done easily, though?
Fair point.
Put it in 2 parts. Just spread the views over, I reckon.
Yeah, it'll draw out the drama.
It looks like doing a quick look at the finals chat. It looks like they are going to be doing some form of Crystal Maze. So, just a little simplified.
Ooh, behind the scenes. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm still in the chat, even though I'm not in the grand finals. It's awesome.
But that's an awfully good segue into some more behind-the-scenes information. So this isn't public to anyone that isn't an ISGP yet, because it is... Oh, Tooney just messaged me. Is he going to want to come in? We better let him in.
He is. He's in regular.
Yeah.
He's in regular.
He's in the thing. Yeah. Okay, I've moved my
he's
mouse,
waiting.
which I'm not happy about, but it's fine.
I feel like Amelia's like, this is the guy who ruined me off. Oof.
Oh my god.
Welcome, Tooney. Turn your webcam on right now. Get your butt in here.
You want to see what I have to look like for work?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Is that
even
look at that. He's social distancing. Social distancing. Good job.
And then
Good job.
As you stand up, it gets worse. You start to
Outfit
wear.
of the day.
Wow.
Amazing.
Did you just thrust into the camera to show us your pants?
Absolutely did.
Lewis, I've known you, what is it, 6, 7, 8 years now, and this is the best you've ever looked.
Thank you.
Is it the first you've seen him gyrate into a camera?
Absolutely not.
I don't have my camera on when we race, that's why, but I am always wearing a shirt and tie for every formal occasion, including GRA races.
That's not where I thought you were going. I thought you were going, I always gyrate.
I always
it's
gyrate.
never on.
So, Spyro the Dragon.
You're just in time. We're about to leak the next upcoming event. So we've actually no. What's your take on the people that have made it to the grand final? Are you surprised by who's in it. Do you know who's in it?
I'm not particularly surprised by who's in it. I know of a few people that are in it. I don't know everyone that's in it. Can you give me a quick list?
Yes, it's Vita Cheaters, it is Crash Blasters, and it is Plesbo's Deluxo.
Then no, not at all. Like, that's a very predictable... If you'd have asked me, I'd maybe have thrown Mayo and Yoga into the mix if you'd have asked me, okay, to name what teams are going to be in the final. Sorry, that's my alarm. Yes, I am awake now. I'd have added Yoga and Mayo into the mix if you'd asked me. But, like, those three groups, really good teams.
It's crazy because Plesbo Deluxo thinks the exact same thing. It's almost like the match didn't happen.
I'm not allowed to talk about it at this time.
No comment.
Hold on. Yeah, my lawyer says please stop. You might get in trouble. So I think I cannot comment any longer on that race. I'm sorry.
Delete this. But yes, we've got the next, I guess, kind of buffer in between whatever is in between tag teams and then whatever I guess we do next. But we've got the upcoming King of Spyro style. Still upset about King. It is 2021.
It could be Queen.
It could be Queen.
Ruler, that's pretty
Could
good.
be the best. Royalty, yes. That's amazing.
It's better than my recommendation of just people of Spyro style.
Filthy
Well,
comments.
of course,
Some level of, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, superiority, but, like...
Mildly politically correct. We are people of Spyro style.
who needs kings and queens? It should just be peasants of Spyro style.
Peasants! Serfs.
Prime Minister of...
So lower than higher. Whoever's the winner is worse than everyone else.
I love it.
But yes, the next pay-per-view without the paying is King of Spyro style. And if we've got a pay-per-view, obviously we need a Road to match that. So the upcoming Road to King of Spyro style, which is, I'm not going to lie, a bit of a mouthful. We've got
I was about to say, that is a mouthful.
It reminds me of when they brought out the Planet of the Apes movies, and at one point it was the rise of the Planet of the Apes, and I was like, too many
the
does.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Yes, too many does.
I'm
Get rid of
good.
some does. Shorten it. But yes, Road to the King of Spyro style, we've got the Classic Trios Championship, which means we get to see Seath Harbour, who we have not seen in quite some time. So we've got Seath Harbour, who are the current champions, versus Paisani della Gaia, which now includes their random new member, Crystal Fisher. We've got the
all that happened from behind the scenes related stuff, so you know. Just,
no,
it was
this
just Al
is
begging.
a video. Remember, no, it's the video they posted.
Oh yeah, no, but I mean,
Andrew's like,
Al was
in the
asking
background.
Answer's wallet.
No, like Al was asking behind the scenes. He was like, "You should leave the Golden Lover or the Death Triangle. We should join us." And he was like, he's probably not gonna do it. And then apparently he like messaged him one day and was like, "Oh, dude, Al, you're gonna love this new video." And then we were like, "It'd be cool if he did it," but we're like, we don't expect it. But then he did it.
I would just love for Gary to be like, "I don't want this." like
I could totally see that.
Oh, Tooney's frozen. Oh, he's back. But like, can
He was
Been sipping on that coffee for a while.
Yeah.
That's some good shit.
Some fucking good shit is what it is.
He just mugging it.
But yeah, so Paisani della Gaia, which was probably newly formed of Al, Garion, and now Crystal Fisher. We have a tag team match, which will be God's Chosen People, who we have not seen since the last tag team. So, if I remember correctly, that is King Europe and Fromon.
Yeah.
So nice to see that.
I would not love to join that team anymore. I just like the name.
God's Chosen People.
It's funny because when I first saw that name, I thought that they were like saying it was going to be some team later on, and they just worded it really funny.
Yeah, same. Yeah. I was like, I wonder who that will be.
We'll find a god and then
like
just
a
do a
slogan.
generator, and then we'll just pick two people and put them together, shall we?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
And then we've got God's Chosen People. I mean, who knows? It could change. Maybe God will choose other people instead. And then we've got them versing Brandon Black and Smudgy. So I reckon that'll be fun.
I'm keen to watch that one just because, like what you'd said earlier, Sam, about like joining tournament and knowing where your level is.
Yes.
And now
Yeah.
seeing the 4 of them and knowing where their level is, it's going to be an absolute train wreck, and I'm ready for it.
I think watching people less good at Spyro for me is more entertaining than watching people who are good at Spyro, because like I know the extent of what you can be done in the games now. Like you know how broken the games can get, so you know what the good looks like. Watching people not know what they're doing is beautiful.
They could have done a double jump there. Like, I'm sure you could have made that one. Like, come on.
I know.
That one you just had to
also
jump.
hilarious.
Where's Town Square? I don't know.
Oh,
But I think this will be Smudgy's first intro into ISGP. I don't think Smudgy's actually done anything official.
I love Smudgy.
He was in, I think, Spyro Speedrun's Cup. I want to say 2021.
Oh no, he was, or was it?
He
was in.
I'll be internet guy, and I'll take a quick.
Yeah,
look
get
for
on the
you.
wiki
I'll be
because I can never.
Get on the wiki.
Yes.
I've got the glasses.
It's funny. The only reason I know this is because I was helping Laura make the more or less the intro to the King of Spyro style like tournament thing.
Oh my
god! She was like, "Could you help me find images of people?" So I had to like go through a whole bunch of like wiki pages and like all the like competitor videos, and I just had to figure it all out. And I was like, "Okay, yeah, he's in this video." So I'm pretty sure he was in Spyro Speedrun's Cup. 2021.
I don't know why I keep typing in ISGP into Google expecting it to know what I mean. It always comes up Institute for Studies in Global Prosperity. Okay,
Tooney's face though when he's searching things is staring right at the camera.
I'm looking this up.
Beautiful.
If you're not watching this and you're only again listening to our very soothing voices, you are missing out. It's a good
brilliant.
So while Tooney fact checks me, I have a feeling now that Smudgy has been in something, but I can't for the life of me remember. So Tooney will fact check me. We then have a 4-way, which is MTV versus Luke RF44. We have versus Mr. Game Sendy and versus Lucas Bolton. So that should be a very interesting one as well, I reckon.
That's gonna be cool to watch.
Before we move on to that, I think I remembered the Smudgy situation. He joined Spyro Speedrun's Cup, and then he had to drop for personal reasons. I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
It's coming up with zero search
It
results,
just all came into my head.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure he joined, but he couldn't. He either did like a race or two, or maybe he did none, and then he had to drop.
I think he was one of the good ones. Not offense to anyone, a good one where he was like, I think like a week in, he was like, I realized I'm too busy. I'm out, and we were like, thank you.
He had like personal stuff to deal with, so he dropped.
Instead of doing a fucking anyone
you have to
else
do
where
some
you do like
filming
3
for
minutes.
EastEnders.
So I guess you could say this is more or less going to be his proper introduction then. So
it's his first race. He was in a competitor's video, but this is his first race.
Yes.
So that is Road to King of Spyro style. There's just still a mouthful. So we've got the trios, we've got a tag, and we've got a 4-way, which leads us on to the free pay-per-view event, which will be an ISGP championship race versus the current ISGP champion, Dan Davidson. What do I love him. He's currently, I tried getting him in this one. He's currently drinking. He is not in any shape or form to be in this podcast.
What a legend.
Way to
he is probably running across some streets right now with his keys jingling.
His keys jingling in his pocket.
Beans down by his ankles.
Love you, Dan.
We were all there, Dan, once. Maybe not Amelia.
We wish we were there now.
Also, he's versed Muddy. You did not mention that.
Yeah, I hadn't got there yet.
Oh,
We're still there. He's versing Muddy.
You just forgot you were moving on to the next one. Like, oh yeah,
I had
Dan Davidson versus
people
alcohol.
know how much I love Dan Davidson, despite the fact that he doesn't respect women. But that's a joke. So he does respect women.
Punches girls, punches women.
Before I get that fake news out there, Dan Davidson does in fact respect women. Just so everyone knows. He's versing Muddy Maestro, which I have a question. How does Muddy keep getting back here?
You want to know how? The hosts just keep saying, That guy.
Who gave him the right to be this good?
He's doing it.
He's pretty good with algorithms. Maybe he wrote an algorithm, sent it to Crystal Fisher, so it keeps bringing his name up.
He is the person that
That sounds like him, actually.
It could be. We also have Muddy. He's the guy who figured out the percentages of the Spyro 1 prototype. You know, maybe that's why they were like, dude, he figured
He can do math.
We got
Get him in.
Yeah, we can do math. Yeah. He's going to do it again.
That's all we need is math. So that should be
As far as I'm aware, though, it's like the way they determine it is they have like things that they don't tell people on necessarily like why they're going to be doing these races, but there is some reason why he was chosen. Like I was chosen for a race against Muddy.
That's my beef, because next race is the Classic Speedruns Championship. Current Classic Speedrun champion is G4 Video 5 versus old mate Yogamoanyo. But I'm mad because MTB at some point was a Classic champion, and I've beaten MTB. Where was my contendership? Where was my shot?
Good. Honestly, that's a good question. Point. I don't know why I was chosen. I don't mind. I don't know why. But,
can we zoom in on Amelia's face right now?
Let's rig the race.
Note to the editor, Amelia.
Yeah, me.
Wow.
I've just
Seems
got
like
your
no
videos
one
recording right now just so you guys feel good. But really, I'm just putting my own face in this video today. Kidding. I'm going to put the race.
We'll make you record my
staring
footage.
at the camera.
He's still searching for Smudger to this day. He didn't hear Yoga. Fact check before.
He DC'd. He was stuck in the did the connect, and he just didn't.
2016.
He's in the well. So yeah, so we've got that Classic Speedrun champion, which I think it'll be a good one. I think if you do win, surely it's my shot next.
If I win, I'll force us to have to be against each other in some way.
What happens if Charm Sky beats you in your race? Will then she overtake you in the Classic?
We'll get to that.
Yeah, thanks for spoiling.
I'm segueing. No, that's called a segue.
That wasn't even a segue. It was just okay. We can move the fuck on now, please.
Like, I don't
Let's
give
go.
solitary shit about Classic.
Amelia, you're as bitter as my coffee.
Let's get to the good shit, guys.
Lewis, it's ironic that your cup says I can read, but you can't read the room.
This is probably the worst name for a company I've ever seen. I hope they're not watching this, but this is the worst.
We are not sponsored by I Can Read. And let me put you this
clearly.
So then, yeah, we've got the Classic. We've then got the ISGP Tag Team Champion, which will be Paisani, Delagaya, who are the current champions, and then whoever wins the World Tag League. So it's either going to be Crash Blasters, Vita Cheaters, or Lesbo Deluxe.
Oh, that's good.
So it's either going to be who are the ones that won again? Crash Blasters, Plesbo's default, and
one of those.
Vita Cheaters. I'm just gonna. We'll just keep on going and.
Oh no, it's frozen. Oh,
is the audio from Craig? Oh, she's back! We were trying to continue it on, but then you came back.
Mickey was like, there's this person and there's this person saying every.
And there's me. I'm like, oh, I've lost them.
Oh no.
Anyway, I'm not going to edit that out. I don't have that sort of skill. We've got those three. But I think the thing going back to the grand final is because it's a crystal maze, anyone really could happen. Like, it's not so much skill based. I mean, it is. It's like routing and stuff like that. But it's not like proxies aren't really going to help you if you skip past all the shit you're meant to collect and get points from.
Yeah.
So I think
exactly.
Crystal Maze is going to make it very interesting, which is why I don't think you could actually figure out who might win. You hope they all win, but I don't think you can definitively be like, it's going to be this team.
Nah, fuck 'em, I got my favourite.
I will be honest, I would be only a little disappointed if they had to go against the Veto Cheaters again, just because they already did that for the semifinals. So,
but then it could also be played off as a revenge of the title thing.
Yeah, it could be like,
we beat you once and we will beat you again, but Pisani could also be like,
drama.
oh, actually,
Imagine the upset, right? So you've got them versus each other. Pisani lose, the Vita go on, and then it's now they win, and then it's Pisani versus Vita again, and then Pisani actually win, and then they could have gotten to the grand final the whole time.
It would be thick.
That'd be really funny, actually.
That would be good.
We've then got, heading into singles matches, we've got Laura versus Yes Wally 1, which I can inform has already been recorded. And given those two, it's going to be fucking wild.
I'm
looking forward to that.
I was there before it started, and then I had to go to work, and then it started. But I can just imagine it's going to be quite wild.
It's going to be the first uploaded for the actual event, so...
You'd want to hope so with all the effort Laura put into it.
Well, that's the thing. I told her, I was like, tell the hosts to put it as the first race because it has like its own special intro and stuff like that. It works for the entire event, so I'm like, just ask them to either put it first or to get the intro and put it up beforehand.
Absolutely.
Yes, definitely.
And I think the host did say that they were going to put it up first because she did do a lot of work for it. So
she did an amazing job. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's already up on her Twitter if you want to see just the intro.
I also need to formally apologise to Laura for, in my call-out video, having curly hair, because apparently it was quite hard for her to have to cut around.
Yeah, I saw that.
So this is me formally... Laura, I'm so sorry. I'll never do it again. Which I will actually never do again because me and Hanley are going to do a call-out video leading into our next match. It is me versus Charm Sky. We're going to do a promo for that and I won't have curly hair. I'll stick to... I'm a woman of my word. I will not do it. But I think that'll be a fun one. Hanley, 100% going to fucking kick my ass. But this is a dream come true for her. Every time we've had any sort of Google Doc that goes, who would you want to verse? She was like, I always put you down. It's never happened. The time is now.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping this isn't anticlimactic.
That explains why my match against you didn't take place. Yeah, so I also put your name down. I thought it'd be the nice way to end our storyline.
Of their race either. I know what race they're going for. I'm not going to say what it is, but I know what they're going to be doing for the race.
It's going to be good, and I can't wait to edit it. I've already started my intro, so... Because
it's all Dan's
fault. I love editing. Who would have thought?
Michael came to the same realization about a month ago.
Yeah, I started doing edits, and then I was sitting down a few days ago, and I'm like, really, if I want to edit something, but I've got nothing to do, like... I'm getting cravings for it, and then I tried last night, and I forgot how to make a video track, and I was like, fuck it, I'll do it tomorrow when I look at my notes again.
You're like, it's future me's problem. You have
literally.
Notes?
Yeah, it was a beautiful session, me and Michael. I sat down, and he was like, let me just write that as a note.
I was like writing and everything down. I was like, okay, so what about this? He's like, oh, no, you got to do this, and that. I'm like, okay, cool, so like, I'll write down, or you got to pick on this arrow and shit. I was like, I was in class.
I was in teacher mode. I wore a tie and everything to that session.
I love that.
Why did you not just record your screen?
Because I'm dumb as fuck and I didn't think that far ahead. That's future Michael's problem.
It is 2021.
He's learning.
Yeah, so what you're saying is paper is obsolete.
I have a phone. I'm currently playing Final Fantasy, actually. Don't look at that.
Yeah, there he's playing while we're doing a talk show.
Hey, Michael. No.
I'm in auto mode. I don't have to press anything.
But before this, he's like, I've woken up, I've got a headache, I might be quiet. And it's not because of the headache, it's because you're fucking playing games.
No, I did. I woke up today at like, I planned to wake up at about 9. I woke up and had a like fucking mad ass tension headache in the back of my head. And I was like, fuck this, I'll like see how I'm feeling. And I went back to sleep. I woke up at like 10:15. I was like, fuck, I really should have messaged Amelia. Popped some Panadol, had something to eat, fucking fine now.
Do you want to see the sacrifice I made, Amelia? And then I saw you guys already started. So, to make sure I had a clear background, you may notice the bed is empty. That's because the person in question is asleep over there.
my god!
Yeah, so when I'm there boiling the kettle and I see that the call has already started, I was like, oh my god, I've already moved the package.
Sorry, I'm glad you brought him in now, Amelia.
Oh my god.
Imagine, the next day, Tooney's just like, I'm pissed. I had to kick her out of the bed, and it's all your fault, Amelia.
Not only is she extremely angry at me, but I didn't actually get to be in the podcast.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that was funny.
Oh, that's so good.
Well, Nina was semi in the podcast now.
Yeah.
So,
Just her
But Nina's
form.
credit here.
her form. That's great.
Unconscious form.
But yeah,
But no, but the fact that it looked like Tooney had her head covered, it looks like a dead body on the couch.
yeah, she didn't want to get out of I had to snap her neck. I know.
That's what I was thinking. Oh my god.
I'll bury you later. I've got a patio outside. So.
You're not allowed outside. It's COVID times.
This is
The army won't mind.
He'll just fucking knock her over the balcony or something. Just,
That's a good idea. There's a pagoda just over there. I think if I toss her, I might be able to.
This
Lord
is getting
have
worse.
Good thing,
Yeah,
good thing we're not sponsored by I Can Read, because I'd drop the sponsorship so quick.
Welcome to the ISG
I
podcast.
can't
How to
read,
get away
but I
with
can
murder.
kill a person.
Well, it does say less me, more we, so we're working together. Right, back on track anyway. So I was hoping that I could finish our storyline, Amelia, by facing you in a match, but I guess we'll have to still be a tag team. We can be like, sorry to say his name, Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle, where they're working together despite not being
I'm gonna bleep
happy.
that.
Well,
very
Tooney,
good.
it was nice seeing you in this podcast and the tournaments. We probably won't see you again after the whole killing of Nina incident, and now the referencing of WWE.
It wasn't even the murder of Nina. It's mentioning WWE.
Yeah,
God.
you know what?
Yeah,
We're never gonna make
I
it
didn't
past
say
episode 2. He's got us cancelled.
WWE. I said two athletes. I didn't say anything about the company. I didn't say
Athletes is a stretch, but okay.
I was gonna say that you might have just angered them more by
All right,
All right,
fine.
Amelia.
Performers.
Yes! Thumbnail,
Interesting.
got it. So yeah, so we've got
fuck
me
me.
versus Hanley. Should be good. We'll be bringing some order back into the King of Spyro style.
Yes.
And the last but certainly not least singles match we've got is the Psychic Gaymer versus Garth Vader. So is this
Hello.
the Tooney versus Amelia? Is this the end of the tag team?
It very well could be. Just like you and Hanley, we have gone to the effort of creating call-out videos. Garth called me out, and I was very distraught. I thought we had something special. I was going to call him out, but it was 1 a.m. and bitches were tired. But yeah, he called me out, and it was quite funny because nothing he said was correct. So of course I'm going to kick his ass. Like, come on. But no, we have managed to say fuck yo Spyro style, and can release, it is public information, fuck Spyro, we're doing Crash because it's going to be exhibition.
Ooh.
Yep.
So we have found a loophole, and I did extensively message Angus and Fisher in the chat, not privately, that's weird. But I did extensively message them, and I'm saying, hey, if you fucking, I don't want to get no butthurt assholes on my ass like later on because you guys are going to get pissy. They're like, nah, loophole, exhibition. If it's exhibition, you can do whatever you want. So fuck you, Spyro, we're doing Crash.
Disclaimer, it's only exhibition because one of you are the exhibition champions right now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
me.
just so everyone is aware as to how that
Yeah, so if I
can be.
challenge Michael right now, I can ruin his plan.
But if you do, that would not work because we both have to work all day. By the time we get to our race, it wouldn't happen.
I can multitask. I can teach him players.
No.
Tooney's challenge is first to wear a tie. First to kill a person.
First, Tooney's already done that.
I could
He's
use the
already
tie to kill the person, so it's fine.
He might have already done that, but I am a psychic medium, so
It's to kill a
he could
person,
call
not
out
fight a
the
dead
dead.
person.
Oh, sorry. I'll go find the other one I killed earlier.
Video is sponsored by death.
Interesting. But yeah, so
but no.
that is the King of Spyro style. So I think that's a very fun lineup. I think it's very interesting. It's kind of got bits and pieces of everyone, that and obviously the road to King of Spyro style. Is there any match in particular that you guys are looking forward to the most?
Laura and Wally.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Hands down, I would have watched those two fight.
Yeah.
I feel like cheating if I say that.
I think Brandon Black's tag team match is the one I'm most excited for.
That's another one.
That's also
yeah.
a fair choice. Yeah.
Can I be
I'll
completely
go with that
honest?
too, yeah.
It's for me. It's every match that's not in the road to. I am so interested in. Like I was talking to Kev and Darth the other night, and I was like, I am interested in the singles match because it's going to be super interesting. Everybody wants to see Wally and Laura versus each other. I would love to see Harley and Amelia go up against each other because that's going to be super awesome.
Definitely.
Obviously, I'm a bit biased on mine, but like I'm not going to lie. Every other race that is available, I'm like, yeah, that's predictable. Like the Lucas, Luke, Game, Sandy, and Marcus, they're all really close friends, aren't they?
Yes.
So like I saw the full way between them, and I was like, oh yeah, cool, that'd be sick. They would have been planning it for ages. It's going to be awesome. Yoga and Eric, yeah, well, like Yoga and Eric, you two are really good friends. Like, yeah, I'd expect them two to be put together. Like Pisani, Dilla, fuck off, and the other and the other guys, fair enough. Like I don't know, I thought the lineup was kind of really predictable for what it was. They're just making titles work. I was like, cool, it's still going to be good, but I'm not interested.
To give the hosts credit, though, this is probably one of the few like free pay-per-view events they've done where like all the races will likely happen because they've had so many ambitious races that have never happened because they just toss out people's names together. This is probably the first one in a while where it's like every race is probably going to get done. So
yeah.
I actually quite like the total lineup, really. I quite like how it's turned out. I'm not in it, which is good. But no, I'm also excited. If I was to pick a second favorite, it would be to see Amelia versus Charm Sky. I think that Amelia, I really want you to actually try hard for this one. I know we're meh, but, because I want to see, like, this is like me as like a approving father. I want to see what you're capable of against Charm Sky.
I knew this would happen at some point.
Oh no.
Fuck all.
I'm
capable of fuck all. Like, she's already won. Like, we're just gonna have fun at this point. Actually, we're gonna do Spyro 2, which, like, we're kind of, like, both okay at. She's very good at Spyro 1. I fucking hate Spyro 1. She's very good at Spyro 3, and I'm also okay at Spyro 3. But Spyro 2, I think, is, like, the closest we are in skill.
I want to see you pull an upset. I want to see you win.
Mate, I pulled an upset when fucking me and Yoga beat fucking yes Plesbos. Like I can't live through another upset. My body can't handle that. But no, I think that one will be good. I think it'll be interesting. I believe that we are doing a similar-esque bone dance situation. Not the actual bone dance, but the spelling of the word bone dance. Kind of along the lines of that, if anyone wanted some inside information. But yeah, so
that's
I think
gonna be fun.
Be
I know the concept of that one. That's probably actually gonna be my favorite, just because I kind of already know what you guys are doing to an extent. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun based on that. Plus, you two are just fun to watch, so
I think
it's gonna be a good combination.
Even if the racing fucking sucks, I think the commentary is gonna be where it's at.
That's key for me. Good commentary trumps good races, but that's just a personal.
I will agree.
We got ourselves a Toonie stamp of approval, lads. We did it.
I mean, we've been doing it for how many years?
Well, it's like when you're watching like a streamer or like one person YouTuber. It's all about the personality. Even if the content is horrible, if the personalities are fun, then it's gonna be good.
I know, that's why I think it's like just unpopular opinion. Like when you see like the Spyro like speedrunners, like the really good ones, and they've got webcam on, but it's just them like this.
Yeah.
That's not interesting to watch, right?
Except
Like,
for Saboom, because Saboom is just like,
I know.
game.
And
He's like quiet. He
he's
doesn't say a
usually in, like, his
single word.
kitchen. Like it's really weird.
Saboom's a legend.
There was
though,
a
'cause,
point
like,
where he was in
he
his
reads
kitchen,
chat
but now
while
he's in his
running.
room.
So Saboom will like read the chat while he's speedrunning. Like he doesn't give a fuck. So I can.
He
At least
doesn't. He
appreciate
doesn't
it.
talk though. He takes off his headphones, and or like where his mic is. He doesn't say anything, and it gets really
okay.
dark. And
When
he
I
goes like
watched him, he
hunchback the
did.
whole run. He's like,
Maybe me and Harley will webcam and I'll just be like this the whole time.
oh my
Yes.
god, yes.
If you can keep it up for 10 minutes, looking like serious runners before you
We'll get the both of you to hunch over, and like we'll get Fisher and like one of Harley's family members or something to pull like a couple of jackets or something under your shirt at the back.
So
So
a
it's like-
hunchback.
The hunchback of Spyro Dom.
That'd be classic. But
And then you have to ring the
I
bell.
like to think
That's crap.
that people do think me and Hanley will be a good one because in the announcements, there are a couple of emoji reacts, right? There's an Italian flag, as you'd expect. It's got 4 Italian flags, 4
I think
Seath
Kev
Harbours,
put that one up.
and 11 Pythagoras angles.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fucking nerds.
But I think the best part about it is that it's not going to ruin no friendships, me and Hanley. If anything, I think it'll bring us closer.
Aww. So sweet.
I don't know why I snick it there. I
Yeah,
totally
no,
agree.
What the fuck is
I
your
totally
problem?
agree. I totally
Do you
agree.
hate
I
women?
don't know why I did that. My name is
No,
actually
you're not Dan.
Davidson. My name is actually Dan Davidson.
No, David
I'm not
Danielson,
actually. I'm not actually some attractive British twink. I'm just a fat Australian. I'm glad that got some laughs. That was a joke. That was a reach of a joke.
I've been trying to find the right place to bring this up, but it's probably not now. But speaking of Daniel Davidson, because we went off topic a bit, I think the ISGP Championship, while could be predictable, I think that would actually be quite a good one because you've got Muddy, who loves his wacky goals, and you've got Dan, who's a bit more of a conventional speedrunner. Like he'll do a wacky goal, but you don't see him doing them that often. So I think it'll be interesting to see whether Muddy comes up with a goal and Dan can bring it and keep the championship.
Yeah, I think Muddy's got an edge. If they go for a Muddy goal, Muddy's definitely got the edge. Because, as you said, like, Dan kind of got in the spirit of, like, 40 orbs, all the dragons, 100 eggs. And he's kind of like me in that respect. Like, I'm really rigid to those goals. Like, when people ask me at 100% levels, I have no idea what I'm doing anymore.
No. But same goes, if it's a Dan goal, Muddy might have a disadvantage. If it's
Which
a
is why I
goal, it's
think
100 eggs.
that's the
Like,
thing, yeah.
Yeah, which is why I think it might be interesting that somebody else comes up with a goal and doesn't tell them until the start of the race. So they can't plan, and they're both going to be like, it's got to be a little bit wacky, so it's not just too leaning towards Dan, but like it can't be too straightforward, so like it doesn't, you know what I mean?
do you
So
know
like
who
if a
I think
third
should come up
party,
with the goal?
fuck you, we go.
James Jones.
Yes.
Yes.
That would be brilliant.
We'll have to wait a couple of weeks to get his response.
Yeah.
The legend.
And I want him to like
We'll get it in the
spell it
mail.
out in like instrument notes. Like we have to decipher it.
Who knows how to
I'll
read
help you.
music?
Okay.
James.
Okay, sweet. Sarah can let us know what the goal is.
Yeah,
I mean,
he'll just
do
write
my
it in
best.
musical theory and be like, all right. He's goal.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, exactly, Amelia. You send in that text, that's your response. And you come up with
that was
Spyro.
so funny.
What?
How do you
watched that
feel
part
about
yesterday.
being in Death Triangle?
But it'll never not be
Amazing.
my favourite clip because you can tell he's obviously fucking the fact that he's fallen off the pillars, but it's so delayed that he's running past a Rhinoc to go up the steps and he goes,
And then it happened.
It's so delayed, yeah. Like,
Classic.
I watched that yesterday. I finally got through the highlights video, like in my 10-minute segments that I do. It's a really good highlights. I love watching the highlight videos.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
it was a lot of
brilliant.
I
fun.
mean,
Absolutely brilliant.
it took, what, like 3 weeks for you to finally finish the podcast?
Yeah, it was at that point. I was like, well, I had to do my homework for this podcast that I nearly missed. So I did a run yesterday of the podcast from a few weeks ago and then the highlights. And then I didn't watch any of the semi-final matches or whatever just happened. So
Yes. Highlights by Kevin Cullen. Very good. Good
I
on you,
said to Michael
Kev.
yesterday, just like,
Yeah.
all right,
Another
flag-
classic
flag-
Kev.
On the bright side, if you might have missed the semifinal matches, but you joined after we were done talking about it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
And I also
Wow,
didn't
what
watch the
happened in the
semi-final
end?
matches either, so we're on the same page. Meh.
It's
Meh.
Meh.
Yeah, it's true. Amelia was like, "Oh yeah, who won the Crass Blasters versus?" the
I genuinely, I said to
versus
Mickey, I was like, I did not watch the videos, but I know Yoga probably was in both of them, so Yoga can carry the team.
The
I
podcast
watched-
and no one knows what they're doing.
I think I watched, like, because obviously last night it was like 2 a.m. I watched 20 minutes of the, fucking. Hang on, I'm on the spot. Shit.
Let me patch it in my.
The one with Vita Cheaters and Paisani, the Cops and Robbers one. I started
that
watching
was
the
cool,
Cops and
yeah.
Robber one. I finished their Spyro 2 one because I think they did all 3 Spyros. That concept is so cool, and it would work with literally anybody else who keeps their fucking mouth shut. Calling them out would probably work if they were a little bit less talkative about what they were doing and not just doing this, and this, because it was very easy for the cops to catch.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it kept on going, but knowing Paisani, it probably did.
Yeah.
And watching the skateboards and sodas versus Crass Blasters, that was awesome. I kind of didn't really need to finish that. I knew who was going to win. But I did come to the realization, Amelia, that skateboards and sodas is because you have Skater and Dancer Fanta. And I just figured that out at 2 a.m. this morning. I would just go down here out
I
of
hope
shot.
everyone's enjoyed having me
Oh,
on this podcast,
no.
because I'm never inviting him back.
Kind of like when Nintendo Gen figured out why they called them monkey minds. Just came to that
Oh.
realization.
Oh, he was confused on the battle cry. He was like, "Oh, wait, did somebody start talking? Did we talk about monkeys? Did I lose the last 5 minutes of the conversation?"
At least I figured that one out. But yeah, skateboards and
I've been
sodas.
fallen.
Oh, that hurts.
If you want a good talkative race, you have to watch the Mega Monkey Minds versus the Crass Blasters, because it is literally just you're good the race.
Yes,
it
that's
just
true.
happens for 45 minutes straight.
Give us a "you're good" counter. Someone re-edit.
You're good.
Yeah.
Honestly, there should be a re-edit to your good counter or variations of it, because that was all we were doing the entire time.
My one downside of the Paisani race was no Garian modes.
Oh,
No,
that's
there
true.
wasn't.
That's true.
They couldn't. Not in that race.
No Garian
Mhm.
modes.
Same thing
Gary
with
mode could have been winning, but
technically.
no.
It technically was the Golden Lovers 2 versus Paisani. They also didn't do Garian modes, because Garian was how it works. I went to the wiki page and I was reading the Garian mode page, so I know all about the Garian mode. If he is not at 50% capacity, Garian mode does not happen in the race.
Oh yeah, he was Cactus, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. So that's 2 races in a row that they didn't get to have Garian mode, unfortunately.
Yeah, and then they got
It's a
knocked
shame.
out. Maybe
Shame.
that's why.
It is. That's like their shtick.
Oh.
I'm absolutely under the assumption that no Garian mode is why they lost.
We've cracked the code.
Conspiracy theory.
It has to be. Then again,
I don't have a tinfoil hat, sadly. In my...
if I remember
It's under the
You have a
dead body.
tie.
in the Golden Lovers race, I think Al did his own Garian mode, so maybe that's why they won, because they still technically
You
have
did, yeah.
the race.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It really is a conspiracy.
You
Oh my
killed him.
I got him good.
Lovely throwaway comment.
Classic. But so yeah, that's Road to King of Spyro Style. That's King of Spyro Style. Does anyone? I feel like we've probably gone. Let me just do a quick check. How long have we gone for?
You're cancelled after this, Amelia, remember? So
Yeah,
we were
true,
going to make
lol.
it count.
I mean, we showed a dead body yesterday.
So I'm
There's
glad
been
we've
a lot
enjoyed
of
it while we've
firsts.
lasted.
There's been a lot of firsts in this podcast.
Any final thoughts, Yoga? Final thought.
When's
What?
punching squirrels coming back?
Good final thought. No
Ooh.
clue. Don't have an answer for that one. But
I think that's gonna be fun. Everything though, like why am I my water bottle when it's right here? I think everything's gonna be fun. I'm excited for everything. I think the whole thing is gonna be fun. So I don't know. I'm excited for the next episode too because it's fun doing these.
Oh my god, the next episode, maybe we'll do a next episode after Road 2, and then we'll do another episode of King of Spyro Star.
Yes.
Gives us an excuse.
We could.
That'd
Mickey,
be cool.
final thoughts?
We have already proven in this Discord I don't have many thoughts most of the time. No, I'm super excited for the grand final. I think it's going to be really interesting. I genuinely wouldn't be able to tell you who I think is going to win, but A block superiority, Muddy and Eric. I nearly forgot who the teammate was, and it did. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Were you just gonna say Muddy and his teammate because that's what everybody else is?
Well, I tried having his teammate here, but his teammate's busy, so...
I'm gonna be so bitter.
Yeah.
No, but like, I'm super excited to see the grand final. It's going to be good and interesting to watch, and like, and then with Road 2 and King of Spyro, like, I'm enjoying a lot of the tournaments and ideas that are thrown out there. I think it's brilliant that there is that constant stuff going on, but at the same time, I have never been a Spyro kid, and I'm slowly getting burnt out very quickly, and I'm scared I'm going to get kicked out. So, I'm here for my looks and not much fucking else. We all need some big spaghetti mamas, and that's what I'm going to leave it at.
It's true. I'm gonna miss Big Spaghetti Mama since you guys have to disband.
May they rest in peace.
Honestly.
Rest in pieces. Have you seen the size of us? Jesus.
It's only pieces if Tooney chops you up.
Oh no.
That's true. He's got practice.
Or if you get put in that giant blender that apparently Angus has. That
Oh,
fits
yeah.
both you do.
Yeah. I wanted to borrow it for science. That's right.
Sam, final thoughts?
Cheering for Hanli. Amelia, I'm sorry.
Oh,
She's my tag team partner, though. I kind of have to.
I hope
I'm
everyone
sorry.
enjoyed Mickey and Sam, because they're never coming back. They're banned.
That's awkward.
Kicking them out. Nah, kidding. No,
Oh, well.
I think Hanli's gonna win. You may as well cheer for her.
see, you say that, but I feel like it's going to be a lot closer than you think.
Nah,
Like-
You're right,
You
yeah.
don't know our goal.
Hanli-
Our goal is actually pretty straightforward. It's just gonna come down to who
Hanli-
doesn't fuck up. Like,
I'll be honest. I think they don't care.
Nah.
They're just gonna do whatever.
but essentially, I'm just trying to find how far I can push the line before I then no longer am allowed to be in any of these tournaments.
Honestly, I feel like the races that we have done have pushed those lines enough where I'm surprised that either of us are allowed. Same with Mayo. I'm surprised any of us are allowed in.
I know. I don't know how we've made it this long. I don't know how you've made it this long. I'm still relatively new. I don't know how you've survived.
Yeah, that's true. It's because I'm an old member. I'm the oldest member
'cause
of
you
the
went on a
bunch. They just don't
hiatus.
want me to leave. Yeah, exactly.
There you
At
go.
least if you leave again, you can just come back again as a RPRC and like whatever it is.
RCRP and R, yeah. Hey guys, it's me. I'm back. I'm here to kick some ass.
Toons, any last thoughts?
Yeah, I'm just looking down the card. I'm going to do an accumulation prediction.
Okay.
Oh, he's
okay,
doing a
give us-
prediction. Yes.
Are we going to put any
Alright.
money on it?
I'll put some
No.
dong on it.
One
Good
dong.
one.
Oh, yes. I'm interested now.
Good luck with
Uh,
any non-Spyro race guessing the winner for the record.
So, for the four-way, I'm going to guess that Marcus Terry Bedford takes the win.
Interesting.
Tag team match, I'm going to go with God's Chosen People.
I'm going with them just because of the name.
I think Trios
That's no other
Championship.
I'm not for principle.
I think Paisani di Lasagna are going to win the...
That's my favorite one yet.
That's the best one, agreed.
Garth versus Psychic. I'm going to have to go with Psychic
Yeah, so am I.
for that one.
Yeah.
Amelia versus Charmed. Well, she is my tag partner, but that doesn't mean I'm going to play favorites. So Charm's going to win that one.
Good.
Laura versus Wallace happened already, and I didn't watch that, so I'm gonna go with the upset with Laura taking the win.
Ooh.
I hope
I think
Laura
that'd be
wins.
an upset. Honestly, could go either way.
That'd be
I know
awesome.
who won.
Yeah.
Is it? Wait, what Spyro is it first?
One.
Spyro won.
Okay,
They're
so
both
it's
really
not
good at
much
Spyro.
an upset. Yeah, okay. I didn't know what Spyro it was. Okay,
Go
I'm still gonna go with
Laura.
Laura and just hope.
Right.
Tag team championships. that one I can't pick because it says versus winners of World Tag League. G4 Video versus Yoga. I'm gonna go with G4. He's pretty good at defending his classic title. And then Dan versus Muddy. I'm sorry, Dan. I'm gonna have to go with Muddy. I think he's gonna punish you for hating women for so long.
I want Muddy to win just so Dan can't become a triple whatever champ.
Right.
That's right.
Beat him, Muddy.
Because he'd be the second person behind
Al.
Malloy, yeah.
Dan's a great runner, but I don't think he hasn't turned up to like the finals yet. When I've seen him in finals, he usually has a bit of like, what's the word? Fright, not fright, like but like he usually underperforms. Nerves, yeah.
He's nervy.
So,
Performance.
whereas Muddy's quite focused.
How cool would it be if Dan wins it, gets to third, and then they can have like a very special final race for Al and Dan as like the only 3-time winners to like be the ultimate 3-time. Dan's gonna win, but have the ultimate 3-time the ultimate 3-time winner thing. That might give them a bit more of an excuse to make the races a bit longer.
Fair.
Could be.
I'm not gonna watch longer races because my
The real question is, when are we putting ETD into the rotation? Come on, let us play ETD. Let us play other Spyro games.
The way that you got so hyped, I was like expecting you to like just transform into like a monkey.
I'm pretty sure this is the second time.
Like 4 people talking
Oh, what?
It's me, you, Wally, and who else even likes ETD?
Okay,
So
first
he's
of
like
all,
frozen.
robot. Second of all, that face that you're pulling that has frozen on your webcam is brilliant.
It's beautiful.
Am I still frozen?
Yeah, you are.
Oh. Oh no, I had such good
I love
commentary.
internet. But yeah, so I think I'm pretty much just looking forward to the whole King of Spyro. I like these like one shots. Like I like the whole no lasting effect of it. Like you just do whatever the fuck you want and it's over. Like you're not committed to like a whole tournament. You're not committed to like the tag. Like it just like a one and done type thing. So I think these are quite cool, and I'm glad that we get to do things like that. I'm glad that we get to sign up if you want and choose, I guess, what you think would be good. Like you do have a bit of a say in.
Yeah, it's very AEW like that.
I demand the hosts consensually ask us before dragging us all in. Gosh darn it. They're just like, all right, here's an event. Here's all the people in it. And I'm just like, what? I'm challenging someone. Okay. I mean, I don't care, but okay.
I put down 3 names. I put down 3 names for mine. The first one was Fisher for Host v Host. Was told that apparently that was never going to be a thing anyway. Then I put down Amelia because I was like, drinking games. Of course, that's going to be fucking great. Didn't happen because Hanley has been fucking up your ass for the rent for the past however many years. And then I put down Garth because I was like, that's guaranteed to happen. Who's going to race Garth?
Oh, Big G.
I love Garth.
Always Big G.
But
yeah.
Oh my god, I have to shit talk him for the next week and then I'm going to go back to loving him.
True.
Anyway, we've survived yet another podcast. Congratulations, guys. Hopefully we'll be back for maybe one after Road to King of Spyro Style, or worst case we'll be back to do King of Spyro Style and Road 2. Hopefully we'll do both because I'd love to do another podcast, see if I can get more friends to join instead of rejecting me.
And then having the exact same people and being like, yeah, I had to bring you guys in because you were rejected again.
Yeah.
Or rejected again.
Just like I'm in an abusive relationship.
Again.
Oh, this guy.
I am upset that there is no
froze
Rompaham. No Rompy.
He's not. It's not late enough for him to be in my room. He likes to be out and about.
Yeah, there's still a sun in your window. I didn't think you got sun.
Oh yeah, no, it's still sunny outside. I just like to close it for lighting's sake. So
Okay.
I'm like specific and very, that's the good lighting. I am interested though, for a true final thought, I'd like to see what is after the road to or Spyro King of Spyro Style. I want to keep saying Spyro Kingdom, but that already happened. So I'm interested to see what is happening after this, because I think we're getting close to that 2-year span between every single ISGP. Mm-hmm. So will the next major ISGP happen soon? Who knows?
Who
It'll
knows?
be very interesting.
That'll
It
be exciting.
might be this year, might be next year. We have to wait and see. Probably next year
Most
because
likely, 'cause
it's
we're, like, weirdly
getting
close
close
to
to that
next year.
point. Yeah,
Am I unfrozen now?
Yes, you have.
Yes, you are
there
good.
is.
Just going off what Yoga says, and something you said earlier, Amelia, is like you're right with the super cards and things like that. It is nice, just a one and done kind of thing. Because I think everyone would agree the least fun part of all this is the scheduling. Is
Oh
trying
my
to
god, yeah.
all the times
Don't get me started.
Especially for doubles, like for teams, it
Fuck
can
me.
be hell.
It's just twice as bad, yeah.
Yeah, like me and Sam, our teams, we had issues again. Mega Monkey Minds and the yes puzzle. God damn it, Plus Deluxe. the issues there. It's this tournament has been hell for scheduling for a lot of people.
Especially, I think there's definitely some ways
Frozen again.
In the exact same
He's a
thing.
ventriloquist. But yeah, I think maybe even going forward, they should probably do something like groups, but like time zone groups, or like closer to, like, because I think a lot of the time it's going through who signs up and who would be like in terms of skill. I think trying to find that happy balance between skill and just region. Because, like, me and Tooney's times are quite okay because we're really only at, like, 2.5 hours.
Couple of hours, yeah.
Yeah, so, like, as a tag team, we were fine. But if we were versing, like, the Vita cheaters, you've then got America and UK in the mix. That made it hard.
Before I froze, what I was going to say was, like, one thing that could be improved is just the way it was done this time is you'd have the chat and people would be organizing, like, so many different races at the same time. People would be atting you all the time saying, hey, are you guys free for this? Hey, are you guys free for this? And you're like, all right, which one do I respond to when?
Yeah.
That's
I think that's also, that comes down to also more of a Discord flaw in the fact that you can't make a group inbox without befriending everyone, which is a bit of a pain. Whereas if it's like singles, you don't have to be Discord friends with them to be able to message. So definitely a Discord flaw, maybe a bit of a time zone flaw. So hopefully that's something that they can maybe work on or contribute to in the future.
Can we have a time zone? Can we? Thank you, Miss Kuchel. Can we have can we actually have like a time zone or like a continent-based race system to find out who's the best on each continent or something?
That'd be kind of cool.
I mean, I already know I'm going to win Australia because I've already beaten everybody on Australia.
I'm the only one in Asia, though, so I'll just win by default.
So then you're default the winner.
No, he gets lumped in with Australia.
It's just me and Buddy.
No, he defaults Asia. He defaults Asia. He's the only one that's beaten me so far. But like that could be an idea for the time zone one, because then we wouldn't have to fucking worry about time zones and shit. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Like,
yeah,
that'd be a thing.
Yeah, I think
and I want to
going forward, I think it's a happy medium of like enough time, especially taking into consideration that sometimes, I know for me personally that weekends are usually the best because I can stay up and do whatever fucking time works. Is it the morning? Is it the afternoon? Is it night? That's great. Whereas if it's time zone wise, I can race any night. Like that's if you're close to my time zone. Whereas if it's like get super fucky, like I remember the last tag team, like it was when it was Seath Harbour versus Pythag. I was up, like we tried 2 days in a row. I was up at 6 a.m. both mornings because that worked best for one person, inconvenience to work well for the other 5. So I think it's like, but not everyone's going to do that. Not everyone's going to wake up at 6 a.m. for a race. So like I think trying to find that happy medium of like similar time zones or just only set time zone. Like do all of Europe, do all of America, do all of Australia and Asia, I guess, if you want to include Tooney. But like even then you could split it. I think if anything you go like half America, half Australia, half Europe, half Australia, because Australian time zones can kind of link up either way. Like it's either nighttime UK right now for Americans. So I think I'm gonna have to find that balance going forward for tournaments, otherwise people will start getting burnt out, I reckon.
To be fair, it's mostly an issue too when it comes to this tag tournaments, because you're dealing with 4 people as opposed to singles, which is 2 people, and usually you can work out something when it's that. So it's mostly just an issue with the tag stuff. So yeah, maybe for the next tag tournament, something like that can be worked out. So then it's not as chaotic.
Different though, because you choose your partner. Like if you choose your
true.
partner and the time zones are fucked, you've signed yourself up for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
or you get defaulted.
You have to have some sort of medium of sorts. You know, you have to meet midway. But I feel like it should be convenient for most people.
I would have loved like a tag tournament randomizer, something like that, where like your partner's completely random.
That would be cool.
It's just
that would be cool, but that could also
see that.
Are we now doing the host jobs for them?
No, I know it doesn't solve the problem of time zones. I'm just saying it'd be cool if that was a thing. Like
it'd be sick.
Absolutely, yeah.
But imagine if you had to tag with someone you might have some sort of external problem with. Yeah.
Well,
I feel like we could all be professional. I've done it a couple of times now.
I couldn't tag with Dan. He doesn't respect women.
Exactly. See,
it's okay.
That's the problem happens.
It's alright. If I get tagged with him, I'll turn him for you. That'll solve all the problems.
Please note, for the third time or so, Dan actually respects women.
He actually does respect women. He respects all 7 of his sisters.
Yeah, I've took him to a few meetings, and now he's really turning his life around.
We've had HR. We've had a HR has sent an email.
He lets go of his hate by killing them.
I reckon we're almost cracking the 1.5 mark. I tried wrapping this bad boy up ages ago. We'd fucking
This is the time that I asked for. We should go for 1.5 hours, and it's perfect.
Beautiful.
So,
I mean, let's be honest. 80% of this has just been dribbling shit, which is amazing. But it's been good shit.
This honestly,
that's what podcasts are for.
It's catered for everyone. Exactly. It's got very dull, soothing voices, very relaxing. It's got dead bodies. It has an asthma puffer. It has some talk about Spyro's speedrunning and skills. It has hating women. What more could you want?
I think Evan needs to make a highlight video podcast, I think.
Yeah.
It's only missing one thing, Romper Cam. One thing is
there is another thing that's missing.
We don't have
I was gonna say we need Romper Cam, we need a European, and we need Lewis to fix his fucking webcam.
It's always like the similar pose too.
He's always like issue. It's got green and red, green and red, green and red.
At the moment, it's just red
and green. It's red again.
Too funny.
At the moment, he's just glancing over his list of people to kill. Oh, he's back.
I am now on that list.
Yeah.
There's my list of people to kill.
Oh no!
Please,
no one pause the video and read that. No one do it. We're better off not knowing. It's a death note.
Yeah, it's actually just a death note. Oh, jeez.
Oh, that's funny.
But does anyone have any final words that they would like to get out?
Final thought?
Speak now.
With one sentence. You should say one sentence only, Amelia, so that we don't go off on a tangent again.
I have nothing to say. You've put me on the spot.
I can guarantee you we'd still go on a tangent from one sentence.
Okay, Amelia's sentence was, I have nothing to say. You put me on the spot. That's her sentence. Yoga.
Where's punching squirrels? That's all I got.
Like it? You want to say?
This might come out beforehand, so Garth, I'm fucking coming for you, mate.
Sam?
All hail Queen Laura.
Hail.
That's the end of the podcast. Goodbye.
No, it's you.
That's my sentence.